Greetings. This is your brother Elder Blacklight, your motivator, and the cleanup man. I'm your custodian. Now, in the coming of Master FARD Muhammad in 1930, July the 4th, being a Aboriginal man, father was black, mother Caucasian. Y'all would call that biracial, but nevertheless, if he was back on the plantation and the plantation owner knew his pedigree, his father was black, he would be sold into slavery with the rest of us. So he came with supreme wisdom to put you on notice that you're serving the devil. This is a gangster society and they're beating you out your money. So for Black History Month, we're going to focus on Master FARD Muhammad. Allah came in the person of Master FARD Muhammad.
Number 15. The Vatican Army of Exorcists. Know someone behaving a little abnormal, saying things that don't make an ounce of sense? They could be possessed. Well, as luck would have it, there are several Catholic priests who claim to have a special set of skills that might come in handy. These aren't normal priests, however. They are a select group, legally recognized by the Vatican, who perform exorcisms. Once considered a ritual common only in the Middle Ages or horror movies, exorcism made a comeback in the early 90s with the establishment of the International Association of Exorcists. Made up of priests spread throughout 51 countries, the association boasts approximately 400 trained exorcists in Italy alone. There, requests for assistance number in the hundreds of thousands each year. In fact, so popular is the ritual that the late Father Gabriel, a former exorcist of the Vatican, claimed to have performed 130,000 in his lifetime. Methods, too, have evolved throughout the ages, with 89-year-old Cardinal Ernest Simoni saying he performed up to 5 exorcisms by phone every single day from his native Albania in 2018, and Bob Larson, the proprietor of the International School of Exorcism, confirming he offered his services via Skype. Before we go on, we have a cool challenge for y'all. It'll take about...
Before we go on, just want to intervene in this part and say that we are being conned by the government today. And we'll explain that in the videos to come. This is the beginning of a series of how to rule a corrupt government. First of all, you gotta crash the corruption and perform a sort of exorcist, cast out devils.
With the hashtag OddTopics. Notorious for its dodgy connections, the Vatican Bank is an institute that has been riddled with scandals since its founding in 1942. Making Business Insider's top 5 list, the Catholic Church's primary financial institution was established during World War II to avoid the restrictions placed on financial transactions by the Allies. Exempt from such restrictions, the Vatican Bank soon became known as the world's best offshore bank and was soon linked to organized crime. With members of the mafia keen to escape the scrutiny of world banks, the Vatican Bank was used to launder $900 million in counterfeit bonds and securities in the 1970s. In 1974, Archbishop Marcinkus, a former chief of papal security and head of the Vatican Bank, was reported as being responsible for the collapse of the business empire of Michel Sindona, a Sicilian financier, when he lost $30 million of their money. However, that was only the start of the Vatican Mafia scandals, with the collapse of Banco Ambrosiano the most famous. The largest privately owned banking group lost $1.4 billion in unsecured loans to the Vatican Bank, who paid a settlement of a whopping $244 million to Ambrosiano, but never admitted any wrongdoing. In 2009, an Italian journalist published a book about the bank's questionable history, which included fake charity accounts, money laundering, and embezzlement. Obviously, bad publicity didn't put a halt to proceedings, with 4 priests investigated for operating bank accounts for the mafia in 2012, and a priest arrested in 2013 for using the bank to smuggle millions of euros for the mob. It seems the Vatican would rather deal with legal consequences than those of the mafia. Number
On that note, in 1930, Master FARD came to the city of Detroit in Black Bottom to found the Lost Foundation of Islam. He came alone. This was to build up the righteous and to destroy the wicked, the evilness. The United States was built on wickedness and evilness. In the next videos after this, we're going to prove and show you where you could be the next rulers, for the righteous shall inherit the earth and be the rulers. This is the true history of Master FARD Muhammad, a black man. Care how light he look, he's a black man. And he came alone. I'd like to take this time out to tell you how hard a time he had trying to get the black man to believe in himself. The government tried to say that Master FARD was this guy here. There might be a little resemblance, but to me, there's hardly none. Even though this is a profile view, so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say, the Nation of Islam offers $10,000 to prove this charge that Master FARD is a phony. It says here, we did not pay Mr. FARD any money to teach, and there was hardly any money, and there are those who will verify what he is saying. This is where you could get the book at, and I'm out.